Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. Of dungeons and douchebags. Long ago, the land of Ariane was governed by many majestic empires. The humans of the plains, the elves of the forest, the Oreads of the mountains, the Merrow of the oceans, and the kobolds and Okiti taking what was left. But, as is so common amongst all with darkness in their hearts, those who had power would not be satisfied until they had more. War broke out, alliances being made and broken in a second, as the once civilized races slew each other in droves in vain attempts to get one more seat of power. The kobolds, on the brink of annihilation, sought out a new draconic god who would protect them. Instead, they found Yugoloth. A powerful and terrible dragon, Yugoloth cared not for the suffering of those around him. Taking advantage of the warring continent, Yugoloth razed Ariane to the ground, seeking to carve a mighty empire in his name. A last desperate alliance stood firm against Yugoloth, and after a terrible battle, the dragon was finally slain. With Ariane torn apart, and no one in any shape to continue the war, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. Now, many years later, Ariane has started to rebuild, and the age of clockwork has begun. And our unlikely heroes, gathered first to celebrate a harvest festival, may soon find themselves at the center of another war. Trevlon, the halfling bard.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this mystery right after I've had this little nap.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
You must understand, I will do whatever it takes.
Malifane, the half-elf rogue.
You have me rather curious. Tell me something about you.
Thavagath, the Goliath barbarian.
With victory comes honor. And goes.
And Momo, the Arakakra cleric.
You seem tense. Let me help you.
From humble beginnings, these brave adventurers may soon find themselves the key to saving the fallen empires. Last time on Dungeons and Douchebags, Fallen Empires. The man who rode into Battenrant's hall with a carriage full of caged children negotiated with Corellian for the purchase of them. Corellian seemingly agreed without hesitation, but then turned out to have a plan, striking while the man's guard was down and murdering him. No one really cared, except Malifane, who was against killing people as a rule. The children, later identified as Morlocks, explained that they escaped from the Greater Hawk Steppes before their home caved in, and the man, Sylvester, gave them food and shelter. Meanwhile, Trevlon went to go see his sister, Shayla, at the Temple of Iowan, where she revealed that many of the temple-goers had been struck by visions, alternating between visions of a sunken city deep below the sea, and of a children's book author by the name of Geisel. Trevlon agreed to pick up a few of the author's books and investigate why he, in particular, would be in these visions. On the way back to Battenrant's hall, Trevlon and Momo ran into their patron, Old Ran, who was heading that same direction because they had called him there, and neglected to tell him that they had left the hall. The group traveled back to the hall together, and while Old Ran denied that he was from the sunken city of Yolroom, he did confirm that he had some magical ability, and that he thought Trevlon and company were doing a fantastic job on his tasks. However, once the party got together and the payment was sent out, Old Ran admitted he did not have a task ready for them. He was trying to negotiate with the Okiti, ratmen who had taken over the slums of Port Mirandu, but so far it was nothing doing. In the middle of these negotiations, a Yugoloth, a demon with the head of a fox, appeared at the table, asking permission to enter either the library or the basement, which our heroes denied him even though he did offer magical items. Our heroes then went into their newly built library for various research purposes, where they discovered the hireling Lord Stormkirk found to curate the library was none other than Quintessa Creana, Malifane's fiancée, and a young elven What? She's human, not elven. Looks like I'm Boo Boo the Fool. They caught her up on various happenings Malifane had been up to, including his separation from Esgal, which she took about as well as could be expected. And after a long and tiring social day, our heroes retired, learning from Geisel's books that he, much like the Rat King before him, had heard and written of the old voice. What is the connection between Geisel and the Rat King? What will our heroes find when they excavate the basement? How quickly will they realize they can probably break the economy with more jobs like this? Find out on the next episode of Dungeons and Douchebags: Fallen Empires. Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Douchebags: Fallen Empires. I'm your host, Alex. Something happened with audio on my end because I had to update drivers, and now everything is fucky. Welcome to my life. Today, we have Atlas.
Okay, this idea is so cursed that I have to share it with the world, but Juno says, I can't believe the Rat King is actually the one slur. You're welcome.
Oh my god. Goodbye!
Hey, I want to kill the Rat King now. Is that okay? Is that cool, y'all?
How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be?
I'm so done.
Oh no.
We've got
So
Scott.
done.
I told him to marry a llama. Now I'm stuck here. Please help.
We've got Walrus.
I would eat Dr. Seuss's ass any day.
Okay. We've got Jojo.
Hello.
And we've got Phil.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the rats.
Wow, how do you speak for the rats?
Fuck you. That's
no,
why.
Fuck you. You fucking dumpling.
Fucking dumpling.
Phil has continued his kidnapping spree and is now in Jojo's house.
Correction, I kidnapped Phil.
Please send help. They keep eating my sandwiches.
That doesn't sound like you need help, Phil.
No.
He's having a great time, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're having a great time.
I'm having a good time.
I can't believe.
You
Alright.
can't? Really?
You know, there are some days where you fuckers still surprise me, believe it or not.
Really?
I
I
can't
thought you would-
believe it's not butter.
How do you have any sense of surprise at this point?
You have to hold on to something.
It's anything in this
I'll take your
whirlwind
word
that
for
is
it.
my life.
That is my life. Alright. So, when last we left off, our heroes went through another day overseeing construction, and it settled into rest, along with old Ran, who they'd invited to stay in, I think, one of their bedrooms, because they only got 5.
We can just go ahead and say he's sleeping in Thavagast's bedroom. He can bunk it with Goat.
Cool, awesome. Thavagath is sleeping outside with Goat. And while you're outside, Thavagath, you start having some dreams. You're in a graveyard with this blood-red moon hanging overhead. It's dark, it's cold, basically the type of place you think would be perfectly at home if it wasn't, a fucking graveyard. And in the graveyard, you see this elderly-looking man who is very slowly crumbling away as if he's made of ash. You turn to face him, and then as he turns to you, you see that his eyes and his mouth are sewn completely shut. He sees you, stares with those sewn-shut eyes, pulls out a battle axe, and charges.
Oh, fuck. If Thavagast puts up his guard, then I guess? Shit.
Alright. You put up your guard and swing away as the man approaches. You miss. Every single time you swing, you miss, and he just comes closer and closer, axe in hand. He raises it, and then there's a deafening roar and a whoosh of fire, and everything around you is gone. Burns to ash. You wake up in a cold sweat, holding Goat tight as you can.
Fuck. Shit, I was not prepared for this.
That's a big start to the day.
I'm fucking roll to start sobbing hysterically, I guess.
Okay!
Roll for misery.
Roll for misery!
Is that a dice you can?
Hold on. Misery is a dexterity saving throw, right?
Definitely!
I thought it was charisma.
Oh, rip.
Oh! He's having a breakdown!
No!
No, yeah, Thavagath is just breaking completely down at the spooky dream. It's awful, it's terrible. He wants to go home. Meanwhile, the rest of you are woken up, as per usual, by the loud bang, bang, bang of construction. This time, way closer than it usually is, because, well, they're working on excavating the basement.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, shit, they've started on the basement. I need to go down there right away.
I thought there was just like, we got hit by a dragon again, and I was prepared for it, and now this is much better.
What do you
Mind
mean?
if I tag along to check on the basement? By the way,
What do you mean
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
you mean you're forgetting the dragon that ruined everything in this continent?
Oh, you're bringing up ancient history, I see.
Yeah, I'll take that excuse.
Sure.
I enjoy my history.
Right. Anyway, I promised I'd be down there, so I'm getting down there. Feel free, tag along, whatever.
Yeah, you gotta admit, what that fox boy said is still ringing in my ears, and I really want to make sure that nobody gets hurt down there. Because if there is something down there, I'm scared.
Right. I forgot about that.
You scared? Never, Trevlon. I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You start to head downstairs from the basement, passing by the shrine that is placed kind of on the overhanging balcony over the common room for some reason. Kailani is at the shrine, deep in conversation, with the man in a suit and the fox head.
Elani?
Oh, hello there! I thought you would be up a lot sooner, considering, they're very loud down there.
Kailani.
Yes?
How
I see you've met our friend, Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox turns to you, gives, a tip the hat gesture, even though he's not wearing a hat. Oh, I have indeed. He's great at conversation.
Have you given him anything?
Oh, no.
Have,
We've mostly been talking.
Okay. Pardon me if it's... No, I know it's none of my business, but about what exactly? If you don't mind.
Mr. Fox turns to you. Well, since our marrow friend here has such an interest in deities, divinity, the astral sea, and the like, I thought someone with first-hand experience going there would be of great interest to him. And it turns out all my various experiences traveling, making deals there, have been quite entertaining, if I do say so myself. Kailani shrugs in agreement.
did he say astral sea?
Yes.
Do I know anything about that?
Roll religion.
Both of us, or
Doke.
One of you can do it with advantage.
I got it.
Yep, you got it.
Roll 20 speed slow.
Yeah!
Hey,
Oh no.
It'll show up when it's there.
There we go.
there we go.
Yeah. The astral sea is otherwise known as the astral plane. Basically, it is where the gods reside, so it is said. It's called the astral sea because there are, like, skiffs that travel along it as if it were water.
Remind me
Is
what
that
speech.
all gods or just a couple of them?
Not all the gods. There are definitely a bunch that were kicked out. The ones that come immediately to mind as being kicked out are Tiamat, the goddess of dragons, chromatic dragons. Metallic dragons are the cool ones. Tiamat's the goddess of chromatic dragons. She was kicked out, and so was Lolth, the goddess of the drow.
Oh yeah, that I know these two just off of human knowledge in the real world. But I don't know if Treflon knows that. Remind me what sort of creature Mr. Fox is again, Alex?
He, Old Rand said he was a Yugoloth.
Treflon coughs and says, "Well, I'm sure that was a riveting conversation. Do you often go there as a Yugoloth?" Trying to make that point abundantly clear for Kailani just in case.
All right. Mr. Fox looks over at his hand. Oh, when I'm called there, yes, I'm quite notorious as a deal broker. Apparently, I'm having a bad streak with you people, but the more important folk, well, they can't get enough of my service.
I appreciate the backhanded insult there. Thank you for that. How does Kailani look?
Kailani
or...
still, it looks like enraptured, really interested in the conversation he'd been having.
Can I roll to see if there's anything magic going on? Like if there's some sort of
charm spell,
enchantment
maybe?
potion? Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll Arcana?
Arcana.
Yeah!
Holy shit! That guy has a fox head! He might be magic!
I'm so sick and tired of your attitude and bullying me! Stop bullying me!
Alex. Oh, you've made her cry. You've made her cry, Alex. I hope you're happy. No, quick question on my end, just because I wasn't here last time and I was barely paying attention the first time we saw him. Is he just like a normal guy with a fox head, or is he like a furry?
Which is neither.
Which is neither. Yugoloths, I think this was said last time around, are kind of between devils and demons.
Oh, sorry, I meant appearance-wise.
Appearance-wise?
I actually... Here, I'll pull up a picture because I actually looked this up in downtime.
Yeah, whatever picture you find, he is going to look like that.
Give me a second.
Like...
Xanthody Fox.
You have not yet gotten a high enough religion or arcana to know exactly what type of Yugoloth he is, but if I say the name, he's going to look exactly like that.
Well, I don't know if he'll look exactly like this, but this is what shows up on the main site. So yeah.
Oh,
that's
There's no fox to be seen, bud.
That's not the type. That's not the type he is.
Let me
Is a
help a
Yugoloth,
little
correct?
He is a Yugoloth. There are many different types of Yugoloth. That would be like calling these demon and not like Mezzo-demon.
Whoa,
or...
bit. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, that's the one.
So our Yugoloth is a furry?
No,
it is like an
druids
anthropomorph.
are the furries.
Druids
Ethereum.
are
We've been over
furries.
this.
We have been over this, and I refuse to do this bit every episode. We've done it for 3 now in a row.
Why are you stalling the truth, Alex?
Shut the fuck
It's in
up.
the notes.
Oh look,
Alex.
character
Notes, the truth has
interaction.
been
Let's do
revealed.
it.
Alex, I need you to look in call in Internet Remix real quick. Actually, I need you all to do it because Juno has done God's work again.
It's amazing, and I'll pull it up in the post show. But hey,
Thank you.
Fuck.
But hey, guess
Juno.
what, you fuckers? There's a Yugoloth in front of you, and you were talking to him, and then you just stared out into space in the 4th wall.
Okay. Like to go forward, put a hefty arm over Kailani as if to shake him, almost with its
How much
force.
taller than you is he?
Kailani is
I'm
like
on my fucking ass.
Kailani is at least twice your height, so you're just grabbing his ass, and he's like,
Okay, so he's...
Shit. Never mind. And
All we need to know is that Kailani is 2 Trevlons. That's all we need to know.
Trevlon
I'm
immediately
continuing this
provides-
joke.
scale everything to halflings. That's the fact.
No, not halflings, just Trevlons.
So, Kailani, do you have conversations with Yugoloths often?
Well, they don't usually tend to show up, apparently. This one had cause to.
Do you usually know why they show up?
Not really. Not my really area of research.
You know, he is right there. It's a bit rude to be talking about him when Mr. Fox himself is, in the room.
I mean,
no. I'm quite used to rudeness from this one.
Fucking, you just... Okay, first of all, today you started that shit. And secondly, I'm just looking out for my friend here, considering that you are a deal maker of sorts.
Oh, I haven't offered him anything. I just wanted to talk.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sure Mr. Fox is trying to get some intelligent conversation, right?
I have to get it
Intelligent.
somewhere.
I mean, intelligent conversation's one thing, but you could also be just getting particular information, you know?
I could.
Trevlon, Kailani can take care of himself.
I'm a big boy.
Bloody
Precisely.
take care of yourself, because I'm just... You behave! And Trevlon points a finger at Mr. Fox, like slightly scathingly, before heading back, starting to head back into the house to down below.
All right. You head downstairs, Trevlon. I'm assuming the rest of you follow.
Of course. Yes, Trevlon. Telling a Yugoloth to behave will surely have the best of
Alright,
effects.
okay. Either I tell him to behave, or I tell him to screw himself, and I'm gonna choose the polite option.
I mean, I'm sure he's used to it either way, judging by the sort of deals he makes. But yes, basement, of course.
All right. You head downstairs, immediately turn around. There's a door that's kind of been cut out from below where the balcony sits. And there are a bunch of humans and gnomes over there prying away like wooden planks and boulders covered in ivy and vines and just hammering away trying to get footholds in there. It's loud as hell, so I'm going to turn up the music because that's amazing!
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right in with my normal pick and not my war pick and start helping him out.
Cool.
Is there any, like, spare picks around here Trevlon could use to assist?
I mean, they only brought their personal stuff, so unless you have a pick, like Kailani, not especially. Speaking of which, Kailani, make a strength check.
Kailani?
Not Kailani, Corellian. Fuck, I'm sorry.
There we go.
This day is cursed.
That's alright.
This day is cursed!
Strength it is.
Would it be easy if I went to go get Thavagas for some help?
Yeah,
I haven't seen him all morning.
it perhaps
A wise idea.
Yeah. It perhaps would be easier to go get Thavagas, if you can find him. Shouldn't take too long, there's not all that many places he could be hiding right now.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you, Corellian, you're pretty used to mining. You're a kobold, you live in caves, it's what you do. You're providing a decent amount of help, clearing away rocks, breaking them down for easy getting stuff away. What you can't quite figure out is why there are so many vines, and why they're so damn hard to cut through. You don't remember vines being that difficult. Yeah, also, just for shits and giggles, I'm making Kailani roll a strength check!
Yeah!
Oh heck!
Double down.
Fucking incredible! His strength is terrible. How did that happen?
It's almost like he doesn't do arm day.
The power of big boys flows through Kailani. He can do anything.
That's the power. To roll Arcana to determine what the hell is up with the vines.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Anybody want to assist with this, or am I lonesome here?
I mean, I don't know much about Arcana, but normal, like, pedestrian vine
I mean,
I'd be happy to help because I'm curious to know as well. This is weird.
you are like in the front line. Description will help.
All right. It's less that these vines are particularly hard to cut, more like they're growing. Like, not at incredible speed, like bursting several feet per second, more like they're kind of healing over themselves once the swords and picks and all that are taken away. It's like something is patching the vines up, basically.
Interesting. It looks like this thing is basically healing itself as it goes.
That is interesting. Huh. I wonder, how far removed are we from the more wooden aspects of the building?
You
Right
have, considering you started this morning, you've gotten about 2 feet in.
Damn.
Not far enough.
Not especially.
I would suggest lighting a fire, but we're still a bit too close to, surface and all that.
You hear Bert call, "Yeah, how about you don't light this place on fire? Thanks."
Will advise. Is there any way we could possibly control, like, a fire? In any way? That wouldn't make it, like, a complete horrible danger for the rest of the building?
I mean, we could do, like, torches and stuff, but I don't really have anything magical if that's what you're going for.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh?
It's alive, right? You could call it a creature.
I mean, in the loosest sense of the term, it's more of a plant than anything as far as we know. Why?
I'm just thinking that we could give this thing a little bit of an extra walloping. I could try...
As in, like, go fight the vines holding the rocks back.
As in, I could make it so that your actual swings into it do a little bit more lasting damage. I can curse this thing.
You have a...
I could just go up to it, touch it, give it a curse, and I could... Well, it could do a whole variety of things. I could basically... rot. If you... Okay, sounds horrible, and it is. You make this thing a little bit... Every time you smack it, it just gives it a little bit more of that unpleasantness.
Interesting. I mean, it's worth a try, although cursing things. Never pinned that as something you would do, but sure, why not attempt?
Desperate times call for desperate measures sometimes. I mean, I also know how to, like, throw fire at people now, so...
Wait. The kind of fire that, like, Momo throws at people?
But admit, he inspired me a little, and I wanted to try something similar. Not the same way, but a similar way.
You see Curling just sort of, like, grip their shield a little bit. I remember the last time that happened.
Are you fucking talking about casting fireball in the middle of a crowded building? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
No, we're not! Don't worry about it, it's fine! No fire!
As this cacophony is happening, Drevlon decides to go get up close and touch the thing with Bestow Crest. At level 3. I want to make it so that, basically, every time we smack this thing, a 1d8 necrotic damage.
Cool. Let's see. Doesn't specify living creature, so I think I do have to roll a saving throw. But first let me just check the stat. That fell off the table, yay!
Yeah.
What is the DC?
The DC in this one, I'm pretty sure it's 14, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
You touch the ivy, you feel power just go through this huge network of ivy, and vines below the mansion, and you feel somehow that your curse has taken effect.
Right. Okay. Everybody, let's whack this thing. And I suppose we start just laying into it.
All right. You lay into the vines, and every time you do, you hear this of pain as where you hit, the vines just kind of like rot and crumble away.
I'm not enjoying this, but I think this is really the only. I mean, this thing doesn't. Has a moment of panic and shoots a message at this thing just to check and make sure that it's not like a sentient creature.
Okay.
And Trevlon says, "You alive?"
You feel the message go through this other huge network of vines, and then you hear back. We most certainly are not.
Trevlon immediately just toots on a horn, something like that, just to get everybody's attention, and goes, "Stop, wait."
All right. If I had proper timing, that would have been a whole lot funnier.
Thing is... Look.
You cut out.
What?
You cut out a whole lot, my friend.
It can talk.
It being.
Did you get that one?
Yes.
It being what?
The thing that is... the vines. The vines is alive.
Well, yes, vines tend to be alive, but they.
Oh, as in it spoke to me. Yeah. It spoke.
Right, so, speak back. I guess? I didn't hear anything.
Through the message, but it heard me. This changes things a bit. We have a living creature under here, and we just pissed it off a bit by smacking into it with some sting. Message to the vines again and says, "Sorry about that. Didn't realize that you were a sentient being.
All right.
What are you doing here?"
Again, you kind of feel the message go through a network of vines, and eventually you get back. So now you care. Fascinating.
Okay, it's like Trevlon points a finger again. I didn't necessarily care. It's that I didn't know. I am so sorry.
Not yet.
Oh, that was a threat, wasn't it? It just... Okay, I said I'm so sorry, and then it said not yet. That's a threat, right?
Yes, Trevlon, that's a threat.
Trevlon, loses his composure a little bit, and this thing, what it's going to do, decides to just get that information through a little bit of hokey pokery and casts Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. Technically, this creature's not within 30 feet of you.
Wow. I see. So, whatever this thing is, it's like connected to a hub.
Oh yeah, and it specifies what barriers it can penetrate. There's a lot more than that between you and the creature.
Oh. Okay. Do we know anybody that can speak to plants?
No? I don't
Well, I
think.
guess that's kind of thinking that we know what this actually is first.
I mean, maybe Malafane speaks a lot of languages?
I'm going to shoot a message at it one more time just to figure out what this thing might be. points at the vines and asks, "What are you?" Yeah.
All right. You hear back, "I am not a what, little man. I am who? I am Ishka, Major Domo of Batonran's Hall, and you are intruding and demolishing my home."
What did it call itself? They call itself?
Ishka.
The title is also
Major Domo of Batonran's Hall.
Major Domo. Oh, basically a steward.
Basically a steward. It's more like master of the house.
Just-
It's Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. That was his job.
Oh. Right. So, this guy, I guess, master of the house.
Yeah. As you relay the information, some of the workers talk to themselves and say, "Yeah, that sounds like you were stabbing the master of the house. So, do we keep digging, or do you think it's better we just drop this, back away slowly?"
Slowly. Firstly, this thing threatened us, so let's not piss it off more than we already have. Secondly, this thing apparently lives here. Let's not piss it off more than we already have. Thirdly, we don't know what it is. See above.
All right. The workers just kind of drop their tools where they are, back away slowly. One of the gnomes forgets the slowly part and just turns and runs out screaming.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you know anybody who might... I've asked this before. We don't... Neither of us know anybody who might be able to help with this, do we?
I mean, no, other than I know Malavane speaks a lot of languages. Other than that,
All right. I think it might be an idea to try and find him then, because this might be valuable to get his advice.
Cool. All right. We're going to cut away before they get to Mal. I'm sorry, Scott. We'll get to you eventually. All right. And then we're going to go over to Momo, who heads over by the stables and finds Thavagath in a little ball of scared and sad right next to Goat. Chicken Bait is also there, sound asleep in the next stall over.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say Chicken Bait's just there watching.
Chicken Bait enjoys your suffering!
Stone Chicken knew this was going to happen.
Momo doesn't really know what to do. He just kind of knocks on the wall to let him know that he's there, like, Thav? Thav, are you okay?
Yeah, yes. Yes. Sorry, 1 second.
Momo, walks over a little more and just slowly and hesitantly puts his hand on Thav's shoulder.
Thav lets out a small yelp and kind of just, an uncharacteristically high yelp, and kind of just scuttles at the towards the wall, kind of pushing his arm against it and that kind of thing.
Thav, it's me, it's Momo. Thav! It's me. And Momo grabs Thav's face, making him look at him. It's me.
Momo?
It's me. What's wrong? Did something happen? Did someone attack you?
No. No, just a dream. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Thav.
So a dream.
Momo just doesn't care at this point and just hugs Thav.
I would like to note for the audience that Jojo is currently hugging me and my heart is exploding.
Yes!
Nice. Very nice.
And I do actually feel better now. Yay!
Yay!
I can. I'm sorry. What,
No, don't apologize.
Is
It's okay.
Is everything okay?
We kind of need your help in the basement with trying to clear it out because we were told that there's something in the basement that could possibly hurt people. So we're trying to find out what that is. And if
Yeah, no, of course. Just
Vav,
go ahead. I just need to collect my thoughts, please.
if you need anything, you can talk to us. Okay?
Thank you.
Momo hugs Thav one more time and then goes to alert everyone that Thav will be there shortly.
While Thav collects his thoughts and just slowly heads towards there.
All right. Malifane, where are you while all this is going down?
Where am I? I guess I've been in the library. I've been sort of looking through books on some of the mercenary groups around Ariane.
All right, cool. Quintessa has been in the library with you. You've been making a little bit of small talk, not getting into any really deep subjects, because last night was pretty deep, as it was already. Mercenary guilds in Ariane come and go. There were a lot. The most notable ones that you've read about are the Scarlet Snakes, which were a bunch of rogue rangers that terrorized the central countryside, the heartland, for a whole bunch of years, which is the technical term for it. They worshipped Dendar the Night Serpent. So, yeah, they were a really fun bunch.
Fun.
You also read about some mercenary groups. There's the Four Kings, which are basically gangsters who spend their lives in thrift and showing off wealth and all that, and just showing off how incredibly fucking rich they are, how much money they can get, that sort of thing. The Faceless Spectres are weird. They wear masks, a bunch of different death masks, and they infiltrate society at various levels. Especially when paid to. They're more like the Black Ops collapse a government type of mercenary than, hey, let's go fight for people type of mercenary. And then, of course, there are the Plague Lords, who are alchemists that work for the highest bidder. You met one of them. His name was Gruvon Gorewalker. From everything you saw, he was, for all intents and purposes, their leader. And he tried to rip out your brain. So the Plague Lords are kind of dicks.
There.
They can eat some dicks.
Got it.
You nailed him.
You see this emblem right here, right?
Yes, of course. What about it?
That's the emblem of the group that attacked me. The Plague Lords.
Oh, God.
Supposedly they're a bunch of alchemists. I remember meeting one of them a little while ago, but I don't know too much about them other than that.
I see. Well, if they're alchemists, they probably, got their knowledge, at least, from one of the major cities. Likely Port Mirandu, because of, the whole academy over there.
You have any idea where they might have their base of operations, or something along those lines?
Honestly, Malifane, I think if anyone had any idea where a group called the Plague Lords would be, they'd have sent raiding parties to go get them, because that's not a very friendly name.
No, you're right. The fact that we found one of them just walking around on our way back just concerns me. What if they're... I'll need to look more into this.
But, probably a wise plan, and it's around this point that Trevlon and Corellian step into the library.
Hi, both of you. Hello. Mel, do you know anything about, well, you might want to come downstairs.
Before
Right,
you do,
something-
quick question. Are you able to communicate with plants?
Unfortunately
Hey,
not.
yeah.
There's a difference between, well, how do I put this? Sylvan is not one of the languages I am familiar with, unfortunately.
Do you know
Right.
anybody who is?
God?
Your mother spoke Sylvan. She's incapacitated at the moment.
Hey, hey.
I
Do that.
That's horrible!
you know what? I look down at the ground and I say, I did.
Yeah. Do you think it might speak any language other than Sylvan?
Well, it spoke to me, and I don't know how. Okay, firstly, Alex, does message only work if it knows my language?
Yes, I would assume you whisper a message, so you'd have to know the language, and for it to respond back and understand it would also have to know that language, so whatever's down there, Ishka, knows Common.
It knows Common. That I do know. In Common, but we don't have an easy line of connection, and I may have burnt it a little bit with rot.
What exactly did you find down there?
Don't know. All we know is that it's connected to the vines that are kind of growing out of the downstairs area. It's pissed, certainly at me. It is the master of this house.
Oh. So Storm Buddy over there was
Well, he might not have been lying. There might be someone who was something that was managing the house while he owned the estate. Who knows?
Maybe it's worth asking it. I think this is a whole team sort of issue that we may need to sort out. So
the fact that it's trapped down there, the fact that you were able to harm it means it's ingrained, for one way of putting it.
Yeah.
Plants do that. Yeah.
Yes.
So
did you tell any of the others?
told everybody who's working down there to clear off whilst we're dealing with this.
Not yet.
So,
Momo went to get Thavagoth because we're clearing rocks and things, so I'm sure they'll be back soon.
It's around then that Momo comes back and is directing Thavagoth what rocks to clear out.
Well, wait. If you guys are here, then where?
They might be downstairs.
Did they know?
Right. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Librarian.
Talk later.
We're
Let's
taking
go.
Malifane. We're going right out.
Right, duty calls, bye. And you head hurriedly out of the library.
As we leave, Trevelyan coughs into his hand and goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, that's Mal's fiance. Yeah, just so you know."
Corellian just stops in their tracks, like just dead halt. She's what?
Priorities.
Priorities. We'll explain it later. Let's go.
No. What did you just say?
All right.
Person is Mal.
Thavagoth, you're just about ready to start clearing out some more rocks from the basement doorway.
He reels back his arm, one pick in each hand as he's about to go hog fucking wild.
Wait a second. More than a second. Multiple seconds.
Hmm? What?
Yeah. That thing, the vines, that's something that can think and talk. Let's
Just
not
like
hurt
that?
it.
Oh, shit.
That sucks,
Before I-
sucks for the plant.
It could be
Sentient,
helpful.
Yes.
It could be helpful and nice to us.
Oh, wait, the thing that the Foxman was telling us about is the plants?
Yep.
Well, we don't
Yes.
know that.
I'd literally do anything else. Trevelyan moves down and level 3 to try and help this thing.
Okay.
You might want to help this thing be alive. By the way, I kind of box a little bit with the curse.
This bitch just ate my cookie.
Fuck you, my cookie.
Woof.
Oof, ow. Alright. You chant some healing words, and where the vants... What the fuck is a vant? Where the vines rotted away, they start slowly regrowing again, wrapping themselves around the basement doorframe in a little X pattern.
Okay. So that's good. Not dead. Let's try this again. The message at the vines and says, again, sorry for hurting you. Hopefully this healing spell I casted will help a bit. Feel my mistake.
It's quiet on the other end.
What's wrong?
Fucking.
What?
I think it might be mad at me.
What did you do?
I told it sorry and told it that we healed it.
Oh no! Before
Damn, I
that,
understand why he's angry
he
at you.
cursed it.
Damn,
He
how could
cursed
you?
it so it would
Oh.
hurt more.
Yeah.
Wait, you cursed it?
Fuck.
I
In hindsight,
I thought it was just like a slightly more tough plant. I didn't think it was a living creature with thoughts and feelings.
I
Why
already
did you
said
curse it?
we are not alive. Comes
Oh,
the voice of Ishtar.
You had it coming.
Wait, is
Do- do you
did we
relate-
all hear that?
do you relate with
Yes.
that sound? Ooh.
Oh, we all heard that. Ooh.
Could I want to do a thing. I want to
Okay.
use my divine sense and see if that pings.
You used the divine sense of a paladin. Oh yeah, there's an undead. He's standing right next to you.
oh,
So
Quick, where? Which side?
Left side of Chevlon.
Is that where the vines are?
No. Vines are slightly ahead of Trevlon.
Then who's
this-
standing to the left of Trevlon?
You don't see anything. It looks like empty air. But you can
Resisting.
sense, definitely, there's an undead over there.
you're looking at me like something's wrong, Curlian. What's up?
Oh, just had a bit of a. Krellian sort of like growls and like holds their war pick. There's someone right there. Just sort of fixates on the spot. Can anyone see things that aren't otherwise seen?
Can
I could try.
Does anybody have like an astral sense of some kind?
I
wish.
can do my best.
wait, we have that. We have that fucking lamp, that magic lamp that lets us see shit that's normally not.
Dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, good
do.
point. Good thinking.
Trevlon. I presume Trevlon has that.
I think so. I don't
Right.
think he gave it to anyone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trevlon has it.
Yeah.
Trevlon sort of shakily takes the lamp out of his pack and
Mama kind of gets
Turns it
near
on.
Trevlon, near the lamp for safety, and because he's afraid.
All right. You light the lamp, and this shimmering, flickering, translucent form appears next to you. It looks like this hunched vulture man with like a beak, long, crooked neck, and there are like sprouts of ivy and thorns jutting through his right eye socket, wrapped around his neck, piercing through his chest. He flaps his wings angrily and looks at you.
What is
oh, hey, buddy.
What is
Wait.
this?
Yeah, what is that?
Are you
Make-
Aarakocra?
Make a nature check.
Can I help with that?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Someone
roll.
do it.
All
Go
right.
for it.
I'd say Mal was the person who asked what the hell it was first.
Yeah, so go for it,
Go
Mel.
for it.
All right. If you had to guess, Mel, this is some variety of Aarakocra, except it's definitely dead.
Oh, hi. You look very.
Momo fucking books it. He's not having any of this. He runs out screaming.
I grab him by the collar. Wait. Hang on.
Hello. Impression that you're pretty mad at me.
Oh, no. People bestow curses upon me all the time.
Look, mate. I'm really sorry.
Momo is trying to escape.
Okay, I think we should start this from the beginning. Less curses. Your name is Ishka Revlon. The 5 new owners of this establishment.
Stewards.
Stewards,
Out of character.
Oh, wait, you're serious?
Yeah, or at least a person said that we should steward this place for the time being whilst he's gone. Stormkirk, ring a bell?
No.
How long
Well,
have you been the major
yeah.
domo of Batonran's Hall, Ishka?
Very good question.
Well, if we're counting when I was alive only, I would say 30 years. But if we're counting how long it's been since, well... He spreads out his wings, and, lightning seems to flash even though it's a sunny day outside, and half of him goes skeletal, then he goes back to normal. It stretches into the centuries.
So, the ownership's basically passed. So, who... You were alive.
When I was alive, I was the major domo of Lord Josiah Battenrance himself.
I mean, the first... Would that be the first guy who helped build the place?
Saying he helped build it would be a stretch, but yes.
Wow. You have been here a long time. How long have you lived in the basement?
Lived? You call this living, little man?
Yes, that was in horrible taste. Let me try that again. You been in the basement?
As I said before, centuries.
What stopped you from getting out?
I have a duty to this place still. I swore I would caretake it, protect it, long past my dying days, and, well, you can see they took that literally. And this,
Wow.
unfortunately, I have no ability to maintain the place being what I am, so it has fallen into such distaste.
Say, do you think there's any way of helping you, so to speak?
Well,
This seems...
what you said before, so to speak, was cut off, but I'm assuming you meant pass on.
Yeah, I guess.
I suppose, he says, crossing one leg over the other, leaning back to sit down even though there's no chair there. If this place were to be restored to its former glory, which it's nowhere close, then that would count as maintaining it, restoring it, letting me finish business here.
Okay. And... horrifying blood rituals, nothing like that?
Okay, you cut out, but no, I don't think you need blood rituals to fucking build a mansion.
Hey.
Well,
Okay.
there aren't any catches.
Oh, there are plenty of catches. For one thing, I am very high about my standards.
Okay. The pause got me a little bit there. Go on.
Shut the fuck up. This is not my first language.
Gotcha.
Alright. Yeah. Some of these things you have been building are... what is the word? Frontier? Budget? Piecemeal? They look like shit is what I'm saying.
Oh.
Ouch. But also fair enough.
There has to be a bare minimum threshold to what I'm looking for before I can consider it remotely close to what this house was in its heyday.
And what was it like in its heyday?
It was grand. The pinnacle of luxury, of opulence. No one came here without feeling humbled by its splendor.
Presumably, okay, I gotta admit, that is not, that ain't this right now, is it?
No.
No.
No, it is not.
Okay. Right. Having to make sure that this place looks pretty spick and span then.
Yes.
Because I gotta be... The other alternative is we just directly exercise you, and I don't want to do that because that sounds like
No,
it'd be
we're not doing that.
bad.
You hear the sound of something shifting beneath the floorboards. I wouldn't.
Yeah. That sound kind of convinced me I would, and I shouldn't. Okay.
I should mention...
Is there anything you can do? Oh, yep.
I should mention, by the way, not every... What is the fucking word? Upgrade you put to this place is not necessarily what I'm looking for. Like, you're building a wall? I don't think we need a wall. Who needs a wall? Who needs, like, an outdoor kitchen? Those are for the common folk. What I am interested in is this house. I have some more
Holy shit,
specific...
this is a business management tycoon.
I have some more specific examples if you scroll down to where it says mansion expansions. Let me actually edit that so you now have an important note. Shut up. What fourth wall?
Gotcha.
Holy shit,
He's
this
dead.
is...
He can break whatever wall he wants. It's
Holy
fine.
shit, this is a business tycoon game, isn't it?
There we
I'll
go.
write the theme song.
Wow.
Batman Hall Expansion Simulator.
This is
We've
the,
already got the startings of a wine
expansion
cellar.
pack DLC.
Yeah. You got the startings of a wine cellar, but you spent, what, how much gold? 50 on it? Does that look remotely close to the number up there?
Oh, it doesn't.
Well, in fairness, have you seen the size of our pockets and the amount of money we have?
That sounds like a you problem.
Just at the moment, all I'm asking is for patience, that's all.
Ooh, we want to try and get... How many of these things would you say we need to get sorted?
At least 10.
Yes, Gabushk. All right. That'll take time. Yeah.
I've been waiting for a while. I can wait some more. I just hope you aren't going to be spending it on other things.
Would you get actually angry if we did?
If I, the major domo of this house, learn that while the house is in someone's control, they are turning it into a den of depravity, I would not be pleased.
Oh, so
I'd say yes.
So you wouldn't be angry if, for example, we were to postpone putting all of our monetary efforts into upgrading the house in favor of upgrading the surroundings in order to make more money to upgrade the house. Would that be acceptable in your mindset?
It would depend on what exactly those quote-unquote upgrades are. I've dealt with those before, and the person who was in favor of them, well, let's just say, we're not on speaking terms.
Duly noted.
Are they still around too?
Yes.
Wait.
Anything? Any place in particular we should look out for them?
I would stay away from the roadside, personally. Knowing her.
Oh my.
Is
Eh?
there does she have a name?
Who cares?
Fair play.
Okay. It's to the surroundings that you would definitely be opposed to.
Let's see. Well, if there were something like, say, a bunch of holes in the ground, that would suck. Why are you digging? The land is fine as it is.
Holes. Okay. So for like traps and things, I would wager.
I don't know why people dig holes in the ground. I mean, I've heard some people dig it to put shit in.
Okay, fair enough. We wouldn't do that, right? We wouldn't, right?
Krellin just sort of gives Trevlon a scathing look. Well, how would you define sewers, Trevlon?
Ooh.
Listen, sewers are necessary as it keeps, everything moving away from the niceties of the mansion and so on and so forth, so I doubt that would be an issue. That being said,
Make a persuasion roll.
Nice.
Okay.
Oof.
Oof.
Hot 8.
Alright.
Three natural ones this session.
You hear the sound that sounds like a vulture cawing, echoing from nowhere. Ishka blinks and says, I see.
If you want people to wallow in filth as opposed to luxury, then fine. No sewers. Krellin just gives a prim little smile.
He gives a smile back. Because he's got a vulture head, it looks evil as fuck.
Good.
Momo's
Okay, then.
literally fucking quaking, and he's just like curled into a ball. Doesn't want to look.
All right. Anything else? Like, specifically, like, business-wise, you would want us to steer clear away from?
Well, I don't think you are quite in the position to be doing business with guilds quite yet. But if ever you get that opportunity, there are several that would bring shame to the hall.
Any in particular?
Such as a thieves' guild. I can't believe I have to make this fucking clear.
Of course.
Fair enough.
Of course. All right.
Okay. Right. Feasible. Okay. Okay. Final question before we all decide to go our separate ways for now. Are you specifically limited to the basement, or can you go other places in the manor?
I'm standing right here.
I mean, I guess point taken there. How far can you go?
I cannot leave the grounds.
Okay, cool. If, for example, we wanted to try and drop in and say hi to you, would we just come down here to do it? By the way?
I suppose.
If we wanted to do that?
Once you finish getting all this crap away from the door. Oh, speaking of which, the ivy starts to recede and more of it falls down. Since you are working towards my best interests, I see no further reason to obstruct you.
Okay. Good corpse as we go down here. Just...
It wouldn't be very well preserved, considering it's been centuries. I'm probably dust by now.
Well, if we find any trinkets, we'll make sure not to just throw them away. Either way, we'll be nice and give you a nice cool.
Right. Thank you, Ishka, for making your presence known, and I definitely understand the power of promises and vows.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. And with that, Ishka turns and walks straight through the rock and the planks on the basement door.
Okay, right, that's waiting to happen at some point. Cool.
You alright there, Momo?
Can we leave now?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can.
I think we're fine.
What? Dwarf skeletons are okay? But not this?
Think of it this way. Imagine, okay, you see a lot of dwarves. You don't see too many of your own kind in Momo's case.
Colin just sort of shrugs.
What I can't help but wonder is what the Yugoloth would have done if he had gotten in contact with him.
Probably tried to convince him that he could do a lot more good work if he went with the Yugoloth. Oh, wouldn't he? I'm sure that the Yugoloth wouldn't even bother dealing with, kind words. He'd just go in and just...
It's just strange. He was so specific about the library and the basement. We now know the presence that was here. But what of the library?
I would assume it's because of all of the various different types of knowledge about, every race.
I suppose.
By the way, I think now we're in a good position to actually send in our mining brigade and properly clear this thing out. So,
All right. You head over to the barracks where the miners retreated to. They are in there with the 3 Morlock children you rescued from the cages.
cool. Right, good news. The vines have cleared off. We can continue our excavation of the place. I do warn you, there is a okay. There's basically something like a spirit down there that isn't angry. It's nothing like that. Just mind your language is all I'd say.
All right. One of them says, "Yeah, we can do that shit."
It'll be fine. It'll be all fine. Also looks at the children because this is the actual first time he's probably really seen them.
Yeah.
Asks, "How are you guys doing then?"
They turn in your direction, but they do not respond.
Oh shit! Right. Mal, can you translate?
Out of character, what was the... I zoned out. What was the question again?
How are you
guys
doing?
Right. So, how is everything faring?
We're doing all right. They fed us a lot of the leftover dirt they dug for. I think they called them the sewers and the graveyard and also the baths.
Oh yeah, we are making a path with some baths, aren't we? Neat.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, you guys eat dirt?
Yeah.
They essentially are, well, dwellers.
Okay,
For
fair
lack of a
enough.
better way of putting it.
Is there anything we can do for you guys just to make life a little bit less, boring?
I mean, honestly, this is a lot more exciting than we've had the past couple days sitting in a cart. So, you're good.
Alright, cool.
If you're sure. If you need anything, just please don't hesitate to let us know.
All right, cool.
Well, it's good to know that circumstances are better than they could be.
Yeah, I will say that I was kind of worried that we'd be fighting a demon down there in the pits, but glad it's just a really angry ghost. Could be worse, to be honest.
An Aarakocra ghost, for that matter. That interests me especially.
As the miners step out, they start gossiping amongst themselves about, holy shit, ghosts? Holy shit, Aarakocra? Wait, why are we saying holy shit, Aarakocra? We work for one.
Did it have any particularly defining features, out of curiosity?
Ishka? Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like a vulture. Vulture Aarakocra, that's something you've never really seen before. Mostly, the pictures you've seen of Aarakocra and Ariane are eagle-based.
never seen that particular sub-race, though. I'll have to do a bit more reading into that.
It's because it's been a very long time since that guy's been alive.
That's true.
Might have been a group of them that lived here for a while before. One way or the other.
You're rather primitive.
Okay.
So,
Now what do we do? That's the real question, isn't it? Well, I suppose we should just go back down and make sure that the mining's going okay, and make sure that. Well, I will. You can. You have a. Might want to. Yeah.
What about the rest of you? Do you all have any interest in anything?
I mean, honestly, apart from yeah, I would anticipate that. I mean, structures that we're particularly interested in, apart from the downstairs basement that we want to supervise.
You are currently supervising to speed up the process of construction. Let me double check. The tenements, the sewers, the graveyard, and the byways.
And I guess one of us is also going to be doing the downstairs as well.
Cool.
Cool, yeah.
Remind me what byways are again?
Roads, bridges, and stuff, making transport to and from and within easier.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, you're traveling on the road rather than out in the open plain, where there are raving gangs of ogres ready to take your money for not having an ogre pass. Alright. Cool. Each of you goes to supervise various stuff. Let's actually randomly decide who is supervising the byway construction.
Raise your hands.
I can roll a dice.
I think I specified cemeteries, I think, last session.
Cool, yeah. Alright, so that would leave Momo, Thavagath, and Malifane. I could roll a dice for it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that was a yes from Momo to supervise the byway.
cool. Momo, you are supervising the byway as you're looking at everyone working there, kind of like putting down gravel and paving roads and stuff so you're not walking through grass and dirt. Make a perception check.
Pokey. Come on, you.
I swear to fuck if we get another nat one.
I will also swear to fuck.
I have a big swear to fuck.
All right.
That's
You're
It's
just
better than nothing.
you're looking down at it, hearing eventually a bunch of the workers cry out, "Holy shit!" and run away. You look up, and charging towards the area is this bulky alligator-like humanoid running on all fours with a couple of swords strapped to its back. He looks pretty angry and in a bit of a hurry. And as you keep looking, he looks like he's pursued by a swarm of bees.
Oh.
Fucking bees.
Flashbacks!
Yeah. Swarm of bees!
Oh no.
jaw unhinges.
Dr. Bees.
It's Dr. Bees! What do you do?
You want to fix that bees problem?
Momo starts like flying in the direction of help,
Alright.
screaming, "Help!"
So you're flying towards the alligator guy or away from alligator guy? Just to double check.
Huh? Yeah, I'm flying away from him to get help.
Cool.
From others.
Alright. Everyone who's outside supervising, so that would be Corellian. Actually, I think everyone but Trevlon hears the cries of help as Momo starts flying through the air.
fight some sort of bees or something. We need to help.
Bees.
Bees! My god!
To my
nemesis. I mean, I guess I will bound Mosca and head that way, as I have had experiences with bees in the past.
Alright.
I think we all have had experience with bees in the past. That said, with a little bit of newfound speed, I'm going to dash forward as well.
Cool. Favaga, what are you doing?
I'm gonna sick goat on them, because as we all know, goats are pretty much invincible and will eat anything, including bees. So,
Yeah, you point dramatically in that direction, and Goat just kind of slowly walks over there. Alright. Corellian and Malathane, you arrive in time to see the cloud of bees catch up to the crocodile man, swarm around him, and, like, lift him a couple of feet into the air.
Holy shit! Can I jump and try to like grab him and get him back down on the ground?
Sure, make an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
you jump onto the crocodile man and start weighing him down. The bees like fumble, drop him a couple feet, so you're just like inches off the ground now. In the process, you are being stung too. You take 7 piercing damage.
This is an intense beast, Jesus.
Melvine, help!
What am I supposed to do?
Get him on the ground or something! Or Mosca, grab my coat or something!
Mosca
Momo
stands
tries-
on both feet and just grabs onto the back of Corellian.
Momo also tries to help pull him to the ground.
Yeah.
and just to keep this giant turnip shtick going, I grab Thavaga grabs onto the back of Momo.
Great! You easily weigh it down enough so that the bees have to drop the alligator man, who looks up into Corellian's eyes. And then
Fuck.
you hear a cry in Elven, Duck!
Duck!
Alright.
Wait, I don't
Momo-
understand
Mo-
Elven. I don't duck. Never mind.
Get down!
Okay.
Momo
Duck.
ducks.
Alright. Everyone ducks. And then 3 streams of fire hurtle through the air, smacking into the back of the alligator man, who just howls in pain and drops to the ground. The bees scatter, and standing there, a couple of yards away, is Solana Vallejo, next to Ravanala and Umarayak of the Sinthe, as I pull up their pictures.
My lady.
Oh,
yes.
My favorites.
Yeah, it's her!
That the bees make sense. Okay.
Gods
Okay.
above. It's so good to see you all again. Also, is Alligator Man dead?
Alligator Man is currently roasting.
Okay, good. Just to double check.
Yeah.
What are you all doing here?
Solana waves her hand. She nods. It's wonderful to see you all too. Ravanala speaks up. We were tracking some lizard folk raiders. Apparently they are getting much bolder, going farther north. No idea why.
Have you had any issues with Minotaurs?
Minotaurs? No.
They're getting bolder too. They completely razed an entire town not even a 10-day ago.
Humarayak looks over. Think there's any connection? Because, thinking is not my thing. Ravanala just shoots her a death glare. Humarayak holds her hands up. Okay, I have no idea what that means, but whatever. Shutting up time.
Who knows at this point if there's a connection or not, but it's lovely to see you. And Carlian sort of like looks over at them and sort of like looks over at the manor in the distance. If you need to spend some time here, we're stewards of this place.
Ravanala looks over at you all, nods. Well, I'm very sorry that the intrusion got this way, but if you are offering your hospitality, I certainly will not turn it down.
Of course,
Okay,
it's more than a
seriously.
pleasure.
Okay, seriously, are we just gonna? Is this thing dead, or like, are we really just gonna leave this thing here, or?
Yeah, Umarai, opens up a hand, a bee flies out of it, pokes the lizard folk corpse. Oh yeah, he's super dead.
Cooked medium rare, my favorite.
Please do not eat the corpses of sentient beings. That is frowned
It's not
upon.
sentient anymore.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Solana says,
No.
yeah, eating bodies is a marrow thing.
Really?
I was just joking, but yeah.
Good to know.
Do you have some place we could put it? Says Ravanala. I know it's an awkward question, but I'd hate for a rotting corpse to be left out in the middle of the street.
Yeah, of
Technically
course.
How big is
yes.
this thing?
It's-
How big is the corpse?
It's pretty bulky, like 6'2", broad-shouldered.
So, like, too big for Thavagoth to pick up an arm, leg, spin around a bunch, and kind of just throw it as far as he can
Oh
away
my
into the woods.
god.
We're building a graveyard, Thavagat.
Yeah.
We're getting a cemetery done, and I can always dig one grave just fine.
Fine.
I've had to do it before anyway, so I'm experienced.
My condolences, says Ravanala.
It's in the past. I mean, you know how it is. Kobolds and all that. Corellian gives sort of like a weak little smile and just sort of looks at Thavagoth. Yeah, little help if you don't mind.
Thavagoth offers his help instantly. Like, no question, just does whatever you instruct him to do.
Thanks.
Cool.
Mal hesitates for a moment just after the thought of that before moving on with the rest of the party.
All right. So, Corellian and Thavagoth head off to where the graveyard is being dug to go dig one more grave and dump the lizard folk corpse in it, while Momo and Malifane escort the elves over towards the mansion itself. You step in through the door, and the sounds of construction immediately pick back up. It's kind of loud in here, says Umarayak.
We've been making a few adjustments.
Yeah, I can tell!
What do we do? Momo?
Momo.
Sorry, Momo is currently getting a drink.
Okay.
Fuck!
Fucking.
Just take Corellian's room.
That.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Okay,
I
think
can
we
sleep
have
with
a-
Mosca.
Are you sure?
Yes! Mosca's a pile of fluff, it's fine.
Alright. We do have a spot that you can stay. Here, follow me.
All right. You head up towards the bedrooms. You pass a note that was on Thavagoth's door. It reads, "Sorry, had to run in a hurry. Old Ran." And then you open up Corellian's room. The elves look inside. Looks like a one bed. Call it! Ravanala and Solana just look at her. Solana shrugs. Ravanala's like,
It's not much. I
can make-
apologize that...
It's fine.
Hmm?
I'm used to sleeping in less than ideal circumstances, and even though Uma might not be the best at expressing it, she is very thankful for an actual bed. Hell yeah!
Only we could have... Well...
I love her. I love them all.
We'll check on you in a little bit. I need to go oversee something.
Right,
But,
of course.
Make yourself comfortable.
We shall. We'll probably meet back up around dinner time. If you need us, I'll be looking for a place to set up camp.
Of course. Alright then.
All right.
Walks out of the room.
You head out of the bedrooms. Where are you going now?
Where did Trev say he was going again?
Trev was going to oversee the basement excavation.
It certainly was.
Mama wants to avoid the basement.
Where have you? You know what? I'm not even gonna do that in character. So, what's going on?
With me?
What's going?
Yeah. What's going on with who again?
Momo.
With Momo. Okay.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's just, I don't know. I haven't really have had a good chance to speak to you in a while. How have you been faring?
Right. I've been, well, doing my best and just making sure things get done around here. Like everyone else, I guess.
Hey, you're doing a good job. The path to redemption is a slow but easy process.
I appreciate that, but I don't know. It feels like it's taking too long. Is there anything I could do to, I don't know, like, make it go faster or something? I don't know. I have a lot on my mind and...
It's going to take time. Nothing ever comes easy, but... I mean... Listen. I know what you're going through right now. I'm currently thinking through some things myself. After S's disappearance, it's got me thinking about some things, and well... Maybe I...
But that wasn't your fault, though.
Maybe not, but... Well... My character has not exactly been the best. I feel like I need to improve myself as a person as well. So, let's make a deal with one another to improve ourselves for our friends.
I think that's a good idea. We'll work together to get better.
I'd like that.
Momo smiles and just goes up to Mal and just hugs him real hard.
All right. Well, let's say we take a look at some of the renovations, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Right. Let's.
All right. I'll go see how Trevlon's faring then.
You do that, and I'll go somewhere else.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
Cool. Malphane, you head down to Trevlon, who is overseeing excavation of the basement. It's going way faster now that there's not a bunch of regenerating ghost-empowered ivy holding up a lot of the planks and rocks. They're much easier to move now.
Trevlon is currently just trying to keep spirits up, because he's not he doesn't know how to fucking pick at shit, but he will be a bard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's playing a song of dig, dig. You're really good at digging.
Exactly.
Well, things certainly look a lot cleaner now, or at the very least, less haunted.
Yeah, I think the deal we managed to make with our new mutual friend, hell, I think they may have just paid off. Hopefully he doesn't want to murder us at some point in the proceedings, but we shall have to see about that.
As you said, as long as we stay on his good side, I don't think that's going to happen. In the meantime,
I guess we just have to make sure we don't mess up the grounds too much. I'm a little worried about the sewers, but I'm sure he'll understand in time.
Corellian had a point where it was Grelian had a point. It's a necessity. Although, I agree that we probably shouldn't proceed any further with any destruction of the grounds from here on out.
Yeah, we can't do anything else like that.
Anyways. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck.
It's okay. Have you kept an eye on old Ren? Do we know what he's been up to? Or did he just book it in the middle of the night?
I saw a sign on Thav's door earlier. He said he went out.
Presumably to chat to the Okiti. I wonder if his negotiations are going well.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's in the best place, but I'm willing to put my trust in him. He hasn't steered us wrong quite yet.
As long as he keeps his... Well, he seems like a knowledgeable guy, and I think he'd know how to work a place like that.
Agreed. He was able to help us with the Yugoloth, at least. I certainly won't trust that.
Yeah, every time that thing pops up, it's just like immediate heckles on the back of my neck just go zing, and I'm just... It's...
The moment that thing popped up with Kailani, I had a suspicion that he would be back, and there we go.
Yeah.
From the distance you hear, you did say I could come back tomorrow.
Oh, for...
Kailani's a big boy.
I travel on Nose's voice with this. Whatever Kailani's telling him, I hope it's not too revealing of anything important.
We'll take it one moment at a time.
I think once the day's done, we'll politely ask him what they talked about apart from, the Astral Sea.
You think we'll be able to get anything out of that?
Kailani doesn't seem... I don't think he'd lie to us.
I'm not saying that he would lie to us, but something about this seemed a little off.
I guess we can also ask him whether or not he went anywhere else as well. Talk to him about it. We'll see what happens.
Alright then. Well, in the meantime, is there anything else I can do around here? There's not much going on in my life.
Axe or a pick?
I can certainly give it a shot. Are there any spares around here? Or...
That's what I was about to ask again.
There are a couple of spares. A couple of the workers, once they finished backing away, slowly decided fuck this and just abandoned the project. You've got a couple of spare picks.
I can certainly give it a shot.
You've been trying to get your muscles so you've been basically trying to take a hit more often, so this should be good practice, and then, what's the word?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alex?
Cool. You get some picks and start working. Because both of you are not very strong dudes, it's not very effective, but every little bit helps. Alright. Meanwhile, Thavagath and Corellian, you drag the corpse of the lizard folk over to the graveyard. A couple of the holes are already dug. A couple of them look already filled.
Oh?
Have we had casualties already?
There's this skinny-looking half-elf who looks up, really gotten pale into you with sunken-in eyes. He shrugs, goes back to digging.
Are there any markers over the filled graves?
Nope.
I guess in that case, Crowlin will sort of direct that to help them drag the lizard folk into one of the open graves, and once we're done filling in the grave with the lizard guy, Crowlin will say a few prayers over the already filled graves, as well as the lizard folk one.
Cool.
Well, prayers as in, I'm not very good at this, but I'll try.
May you go wherever it is you think you go when you die.
Please don't haunt us, thanks.
Yeah, you already got one ghost.
Ah, shit.
No more ghosts, thank you.
You know what? Just for fun, make a religion check to see how effective the prayers are.
Ah, fuck. I'm good at these.
Yeah, basically your prayers are, don't be a ghost, and then you walk away.
Oh,
Why is our world
natural
such
ones this session.
garbage?
Is Corellian
On the
just
hand.
cursed today? You sure you didn't?
Crowley,
On the one,
Go ahead.
no, Crowley just looks like really, really embarrassed. They're like sort of like wringing their tail between their claws. It's like, I'm not very good at this anyway. Ugh. Whatever.
The half-elf stares at you. I get the actual chaplain, but he seems busy, so you do you, man.
Right. Yeah, I'll come back later, maybe. Colleen just sort of like massages their temples. Yeah. Thank you for helping, Pavagath. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Alright. And you head home from the graveyard. Momo, what are you doing?
I'm just wandering around the mansion halls, seeing what else I could do to help in any sort of way inside.
Cool. The only thing that's... Actually, no, that's a lie. There are two things that are being built inside. One is a wine cellar, which I believe Favagath ordered, and I'm not sure if he told everyone about it. And then, of course, there's the basement excavation.
Momo's going to go the opposite way of the basement thingy, and he's gonna go check out the wine cellar that he's never seen before.
Cool.
What's the matter? Are you Oh, wait.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Scott, eat ass.
You duck through, like, the little barriers they've set up, around the wine cellar. You recognize the room. It was a storage room. Davagath's just having it renovated, so there's wine in it. And it's above ground, so it's less a cellar, more like a wine closet. And there's not really wine in it as of yet, more like stuff to hold barrels of wine.
Are there people in there?
Yes, there are people in there. Like two humans, one helping line up shelves, the other just hammering them in.
Moma kinda, like you said, ducks through some of the stuff and sees what they're doing. What's this for?
The big guy wanted some wine. He specified the good shit. Not sure how much good shit he can buy with... Shit, what was it? 50 gold? 100?
I believe it was 100.
100, yeah. That'd get, about
And
two...
then a further 50 for some shit.
Cool, yeah. I mean, that would be like 2 barrels of good shit. A couple more of shit.
Well, do you guys need any help reaching 12 places? At all?
They debate, they look over. I mean, if you don't mind not really having a spotter while you're up there, we could certainly use a little bit of help. Might make it go a little bit faster.
Sure, I'd be happy to help. Something to get this off my mind.
Cool. Alright. You spend a couple hours, hammering in wooden shelves and planks and basically wine shelves. Going way higher up than they probably should, considering the relatively small amount of bottles and barrels you are getting. It's good work. Takes your mind off, seeing a vulture man who was clearly an Aarakocra, super dead and super spooky. Takes your mind off that for a little bit.
Excellent, my boy, yeah.
Yeah, and after a couple hours of work, it gets to dinner time. This time around, it's not just you guys. Ravanala and Solana are also sitting with you, eating a little bit of smoked boar. It's very nice. Delicious.
Delicious!
This is the first time I've seen this table full of people in a long while.
Do you
Yummy.
do you not get guests
Oh.
very often? Asks Ravenal.
To be honest, no.
Not really.
We're still kind of new.
Solana nods. I wasn't going to say anything, but
Go ahead.
this place is a work in progress, very clearly. You can tell she's trying really hard to be polite.
Yeah, awfully polite of you. It's a fixer-upper indeed.
Ravenala then says, I mean, you're certainly building a lot, but it doesn't look like you're trying to export a lot, if you know what I mean. There aren't very many warehouses or shops around here. I'm no economist, believe me, my skills lie elsewhere, but I do firmly believe that one goal that everyone should strive for is the elimination of borders, of designating countries, and all of that. And one of the quickest ways to do that is establishing trade routes, making them sufficient enough that there's a blur between who has what. Unfortunately, that's rather difficult, and I know it's a work in progress, but something you could keep in mind for the future.
Duly noted. Thank you for your advice.
Yeah.
Sincerely.
Yes, thank you.
And you
As
hear
far as
from
I'm aware, we have a market set up.
yeah.
A market being set up.
And you hear from upstairs, yeah, this place fucking sucks!
Who was?
That was
Wait,
Uma.
sorry, this what?
That was Uma.
This place fucking sucks.
Oh, I thought you said this piss bucket fucking sucks. I was like, oh,
This place.
a very specific complaint.
No, that was Uma shouting down that this place sucked. And as you mentioned the market, Vavagath, you start describing it. Ravenala slowly nods. That sounds like a baseline, a place that would make this place's economy self-sufficient. If you were looking into exports and imports, you'd have to get some more advanced, oh, goddammit, what's the word? Buildings?
Facilities.
Facilities. Thank you very much.
How much are facilities?
Like I said, I don't know. You'd have to talk to someone who knows a little bit more about building and real estate than I do. Don't mind me. I'm an old woman who is just monologuing at you at this point. I am very sorry. This boar is delicious.
Old woman. You can't be a day over 300, Rabanala.
You flatter me.
I mean, keep in mind, relatively speaking, you are one of the younger members of the party, considering, is the older gentleman with them, if I may ask?
No. You mean Nyanoran? No, he decided to stay home. He works much better when he's not on the move.
Gotcha.
Yes, Mama, you had something to say.
No, I had a bit of bullet stuck in throat. Yeah.
Oh, that's just unfortunate.
Does hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Might I advise cutting it into smaller pieces?
yeah.
I was. You're probably right. I should.
Out of character. Well, I was away for a little bit. Did you guys ask what they were actually up to in the meantime whilst we've been apart?
No, we haven't.
I think Trevlon decides to ask that question.
Well, you ask what they've been up to. We've kind of had to split our attention. We were going to look into where the various infectious insects had come from. Leading theory is to the north. They seem to come from Oriad, or Dwarven territory, and the dwarves don't own it, so there's a pretty obvious conclusion. However, lizard men have been coming up from the south, getting more and more aggressive as to whose territory they invade. We've been tracking that one for days. He was a persistent little fucker.
Have you had any contact with any members of the Plague Lords?
They're not exactly people you go out to contact. Or rather,
What I mean,
Solana offers up, or that any person with a moral compass goes to contact.
No, it seems like, if anything, they come to you.
we had a run-in with them recently. It was not a good time.
Really? What?
Say, wasn't that guy? You mentioned he was called Gorewalker, right? Wasn't that the surname that the one inside of the Sacred Grove gave us?
Now that you mention it, yes. Yes, it was.
Ashton was his name?
Solana gets wide-eyed. Oh god, we killed his son.
I mean, maybe...
We did what?
Maybe it wasn't actually his son, and maybe it was, like, you know, a rank of power and not blood
was his
relation.
dad or something.
Corellian says this, but it does not look like for a second that they believe this.
That is
Corellian.
not better. That is not better in the slightest.
Ah, fuck.
Interestingly, he didn't seem to know that any of us in particular did it. He wasn't. He just wanted to try and murder one of us, which was a nice change of pace. But
Solana looked over at Malifane. Were you wearing that vest you got from Mr. Ashton Plague Gorewalker's son?
Oh.
I think he came to a conclusion.
That explains a lot, actually.
so he didn't just want your brain.
Well, I'm sure that was
That's
most
her-
of it.
Oh yeah.
But
Happen-
there's certainly a secondary motive after this. So now he knows. Oh boy. So we're on multiple people's hit list.
Yeah.
That never changes, trust me.
Ravenel offers up. It kind of comes with the territory, doing what we do.
Here's a bit of a different question. I noticed right before we left Astra and Alora that, well... Krellian sort of like looks down at their claws. Lord Ebernon was in town. Did he, at last notice, was he still in Ashranalora or had he left? Do you have any idea?
No, last I checked, he was on another one of his damn hunting trips.
Alright, that's good at least. Right, excuse me. My apologies for taking my leave so early, but, from what I understand, my room is occupied. So, if you need me, Moska and I will be out in the gardens.
Of course, we'll tell Uma to put everything back where she found it.
There's not much up there anyway, no worries.
Oh shit, that reminds me. Who is staying in my room at the moment?
No one as far as you know.
Oh, thank God. Cool. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there
Do you
tonight.
want to sleep over?
In
Out of character.
yes and no. Thank you for clarifying that. I was like, Trevlon was having a very large thought there for a minute. I'm gonna have a fantastic night sleeping in my own room. To everybody who isn't doing that.
Trev, if...
No.
Yes.
Never mind.
You cut out. You sure
you cut the a lot out.
Yeah.
Oh, heck, did I? Alright, it wasn't in...
They were going to ask if you wanted to sleep in Momo's room, forgetting that you are like the only person who doesn't have someone sleeping in your room, so...
I'm dumb!
No, I think it's just Corellian who has someone sleeping in their room right now.
Yeah.
No, you got Old Ren and Thavagath.
No, Old Red
people in
fucking
Corellian.
left.
Oh, he actually went. He's not just out for the day. Shit, alright.
Magical. Cool.
Cool. All right. Anything anyone wants to do before turning in for the night?
You guys want to offer some accommodations to our guests out of character?
Ravenala says,
Yeah.
before you offer, I sleep better outside. I've spent most of my life in the wilderness. Sleeping on hard ground is far more natural to me than, well, a mattress full of hay and straw and all that. Uma calls up from above. I don't know what she's talking about. I love this.
If any of you guys want to, come and into any of our rooms, I'm cool with, just saying.
Solana tilts her head. Is that an attempt at flirting?
Oh, no! Shit! God, why does that happen sometimes? All I'm trying to say is, you're welcome to use my quarters, and I'm not going to be in there at the same time. That's what I meant to say.
I see, said Solana.
Trust me, if I was trying to flirt with any human being, they probably would not know it, because I am... Oh, how that works.
You are absolutely correct. I probably would not know, says Solana.
Just look at her blankly, just see if there's, any reaction at all.
Make an insight check.
Okay. You know what? I have had this inspiration for 3 fucking sessions, and I'm probably never gonna use it until... So, can I just use it now?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. What the fuck?
You have inspiration, so you can roll again.
Oh, right, sorry.
That's an impressive amount of nat ones, though.
5!
This is
Not
some
1!
bullshit.
This is a cursed session.
This is cursed!
I don't understand.
I don't appreciate this.
And I'm calling hacks.
Calling the police.
Calling the D&D police!
Is this the police? I can't tell if this is the best or the worst thing.
Yes!
Well, think of it this way. We will never likely not have this streak of bad luck for a long while.
Choose
That's
your
not
next...
how probability
No.
works, Walrus. At all.
Okay.
Just tell me what happens, Alex.
Yeah, she has no reaction. You can't really get more. She just seems kind of confused.
Can I have my inspiration back?
No.
Okay.
Unless you want me to take the natural 1 instead of the natural 2.
I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'm gonna start speaking up. Fuck it, I'm gonna flip a coin.
Here we go. This is the real shit.
Fuck it, take the nat 1, it's more funny.
Alright, you get your inspiration back. You're pretty sure Solana's definitely down to bone.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna scoot away from that seat.
Okay. Yeah, you think that she and Chevlon are definitely gonna get it on tonight.
When in reality, we're basically the equivalent of 2 confused pigeons just sitting, kind of cooing occasionally.
Okay.
Oh, this is great. For all the wrong reasons.
Okay. So, is that everything everyone's gonna do for the night?
See.
Alright.
I'm just... Yeah.
You all go to bed and have a surprisingly quiet night. Especially you, Mal. You thought there'd be a little bit more coming from Chevlon's room, but there's not. I guess that it is true what they say about elves.
And what's that?
And what's that?
You know what they say!
No, please,
No,
Dan, what
I
is
don't.
this?
You wake up the next morning.
This is important work.
Oh, fuck you!
Yeah, that's the
Phil's
idea.
angry. He's gonna whip you with his glow stick.
How elves fuck.
You know what they say. I don't need
I
to
wouldn't
say
know.
it.
I'm only half of one.
I
What?
don't need to say it because you know what elves say.
I
What the
wouldn't.
hell?
I'm only half of one.
Yeah, but I said you know what
Say
elves
half
say.
of what the elves say.
There you go.
Extrapolate from there.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right.
So,
Oh my crikey.
It actually takes you all a little bit longer to wake up because there's not the sound of banging and hammering coming from downstairs or like immediately outside.
It's a Christmas miracle.
not the sound of banging, huh?
Shut the
Does
fuck up.
Christmas exist in Area?
You said it, not me.
All right. Does Christmas exist in Ariane? There's a equivalent holiday that I do not care to look up right now.
Oh,
Thank you, DM, for your knowledge.
All right. Cool. You all get up, head downstairs. The basement door has been cleared out.
woo!
Oh, that was a lot faster than I was expecting. Good on that.
Who wants to take the first steps?
Thavagath just kind of... Thavagath just kind of blindly trundles down, I guess.
And we have our volunteer.
All right.
Let's go.
You step down into the basement. The first thing that hits you down there is the smell. It's earthy and acrid, like there's been a lot of plant life down here, kind of alternating between rotting and growing, and it stinks to holy hell in this basement. It's also pretty damp. There are like some puddles on the floor that you almost slip on. Other than that, and some cobwebs scattered about, basement looks pretty empty. It's around the size of, I would say, 3 rooms in the manor, so if you wanted to build more stuff in the manor, you could theoretically fit them in the basement here. And there also appears to be a trap door that is chained up and has 5 locks on it.
Oh,
Is there... this is gonna sound really dumb. Can I see anything from the crack in the door?
In the trap door?
Yes.
Alright, you see down there, it looks like a staircase heading down under the trapdoor.
how's that?
Why would it be locked?
Whatever's down there doesn't or shouldn't get out.
The fact that it was locked and... This was
I mean-
sealed up.
There could be the grave of the steward.
I mean, does it look like there's any sign of this room in this space currently?
There's a lot of dust scattered about, occasional, like, shoots of plants, thorny ones, sticking through a wall and into another wall, or, like, poking out through the ground. But there doesn't look like a corpse is in here.
Here's what I'm thinking. I don't imagine that they built this recently. That this trapdoor was built recently. So that means this was sealed.
Certainly has been. Trevlon coughs here and says, Ishka, could we possibly have a word, please?
What do you want?
What's down there?
More of what was the manor. Nothing important.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Rolls insight. What's that? Natural 1? Fuck!
Mhm.
I swear to the holy hell.
Please let me do it this time.
Oh my god!
Well, you're not actually
I'm-
seeing Ishka right now. You're just hearing his voice. So without body language, it's hard to tell.
What is with these rolls?
Well, Why do you anticipate that it was locked up so much? Shit, there are 5 of them here.
Probably because Lord Battenrance really didn't want anyone to go in there.
You would have issue if we decided to try and pick these, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, if you decided to pick these instead of, I don't know, building up the house, then yes.
Okay.
I'm...
Does this correspond to that?
Ishka responds
say?
to what? What did you say?
I asked if they knew where the keys were.
He says, "Oh, I might know where 1 or 2 are, but Master Battenrance did not like keeping them all in one place, so he did not share the rest of their whereabouts with me."
How would we find them, then?
With your eyes, I would imagine.
So you anticipate that they're in the manor grounds, then?
Somewhere, probably. Who knows?
So it's a scavenger hunt, then.
I'll keep an eye out for them whilst we're making this place spick and span.
Take your time.
So, does anybody know about the wine cellar in the party, Tav?
Momo does now.
Momo does, and I didn't make an active effort to keep it a secret from everybody, so...
I think I was there when you bought it.
Yeah, you were there. So...
You
yeah,
paid for it out of your own share, so, like, whatever.
Yeah, that was like my thing.
So, what sort of facilities do you think we're going to be able to put down there?
Well, obvious ones would be, as I unminimize this tab. Yeah. Well, an obvious one would probably be a wine cellar down here. I seem to recall that back in the heyday, Lord Battenrance kept most of the workshops down below for the servants to use. Far better than upstairs, where any idiot wandering through the halls could stumble into, say, a smithy.
Okay. So something that a normal human being probably wouldn't want to run into.
Perhaps, like the research room he kept down here. That was one of his favorites. He spent quite a bit of time down there, as I recall.
Research room?
Research room.
Yes, for study of arcane matters, I believe.
Honestly, that might... Streets. Sounds like an interesting thing that I might want to put some money into when I get the cash. I will consider that.
I'm sorry if this question was already asked, but like, did someone ask if Ishka knows what happened to the aircopter race, or like?
No, I don't think any of us have.
Fantastic.
All right.
That was a
Pleased
voice.
about this information.
Yes, I am.
Oh, fuck. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. I fucking love bird history.
Bribe has fallen! I am now the leader of the Decepticons!
Shut up, Starscream!
All right. So,
Momo's gonna like kind of creep down to the basement where Ishka is,
okay.
as he was avoiding that shit like the plague.
You slowly take the steps down into the basement one at a time, and it takes like a solid minute to get down because you're going so cautiously.
He's frightened! Leave him alone!
No.
He eventually finds them and it's just like... Yeah. I'm very flustered, I'm sorry! Mama kinda... Are they... I'm sorry, I'm really paranoid that someone's pulling something on me. Are we all still down there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm paranoid. You guys did this shit to me before.
Well, if you're paying attention, you should have no issues.
I am paying
Right.
attention.
Shit.
You shut your mouth. I was paying attention.
Well, then you should have no issues.
Momo, like, steps up and is just, do you know what happened to the Aarakocra race?
Why should I know something like that if I've been here this whole time?
Momo kinda nods his head, looks down, and steps back.
That was anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm. Wah, wah, wah.
Wow.
Now, are you all going to stand here in the middle of the basement, or are you going to actually get back to work?
Good point.
Yes.
I'm off to the library.
Cool.
What are you looking for?
Alright. Do you
Corellian.
bother to answer, Corellian?
Do you?
Just something I heard, seeing if there's any information on it in the library. I mean, we spent all that money on it.
Oh,
I'll come with
right.
I'll come with you. I still need to look at some stuff regarding the Plague Walkers.
Carlin looks a little disappointed at this, but doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Do I notice this, or
I
would
don't
I?
know, do you?
Do you?
Do you try to keep it hidden?
I don't know, how good are you at reading kobold expressions?
His insight is 6.
Yeah, he probably notices.
Is something wrong?
No worries. Just curiosity.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, so Malifane and Corellian head upstairs towards the library. What are the other 3 of you doing?
I'm gonna follow Corellian.
Fucking.
It's a party!
Everyone's
company
gonna
now.
follow Corellian when Corellian has said no! I love it!
Hey, this person seems to need their space.
I didn't know research was a group activity, but sure. Fine.
Thavagath is going to break the fucking mold and is going to go oversee something. I don't give a fuck what. Alex, roll the dice. Let me oversee something.
Let me give
Actually,
you
yeah.
let me actually, as you head upstairs to check, as I change the lyrics from the creepy fucking basement, you notice that a lot of projects are actually done. There are actual fucking paved roads going to and fro around the property, so you're not walking in dirt barefoot, which is nice for the people who, don't like to walk on the dirt barefoot. There appear to be some actual working sewers that people are dumping a lot of crap in. There's this kinda raggedy looking building, kind of sheets of metal and wood all put together, that you ask about, and one of the workers says, "Oh yeah, those are the tenements. That's where everyone's staying right now." And the graveyard now has 50 holes dug for it. So those are all done. What you could oversee to make them go faster would be the wall, the farm, the baths, the market, and housing.
He'll go oversee the farm then.
Cool.
Also, a question that I for some reason only now thought of. Do we have an irrigation system, like at all?
You do not. I can say you can get one for 200 gold.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just fucking on the way to the farm, he's gonna find the contractor and ask for. But thank you very much, and ask about an irrigation system because I can see that being an issue very soon, very quickly.
I'm gonna retract what I said earlier, and actually, I'm gonna change my point my attention now to the. You said the market?
Yeah, the market. That is the place you were talking about at dinner with Ravanala, the place that is basically self-sufficient economy for residents. It contains
a look at
nothing
that, then.
adventurers would have use for. But you're saying you want to oversee that to make it go faster?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, just for expediency's sake, I've already taken out the 200 from my gold, so just
Alright.
just say that it's been done. Just before I forget.
Cool. Alright. As I update the days, Bert turns to you and is like, so, while you're here and we got a bunch of these projects finished, are you gonna be the guy that piles on even more while you're here? I mean, you could pull your resources if there's stuff that looks like it's outside your comfort zone for spending individually. As I show that particular document again.
The best one. The best document there is.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any particular wants? Because I still have like 857 gold.
Now, I would say something, but I don't have that much money. Or at least I don't think I have enough. Well, actually, wait a minute.
Didn't you
I
get...
still have a lot of
yeah,
money.
you got paid yesterday. You got a lot more than you think.
I got cash. Let me think then.
I'd say, considering that we already have started something with the tenements, maybe something just related to that, so the guest hall maybe would be nice.
Guest hall.
Maybe even
Okay.
improving the tenements.
That would also
You talk
be-
about improving the tenements and Bert gives a snort.
You know, I'm just gonna... There, bit of a weird one, shot in the dark. Cloakroom in the manor.
Cloakroom, okay.
Yep. That's just something small to start with the mansion's expansions.
Alright, now that we actually have the basement and we're sure it's not gonna, like, cave in on us, we can actually start adding space for a cloakroom, so congratulations.
We did it. We did it, fellas.
We did it.
Hooray!
Cool. Alright.
Sorry, I'm just reading through everything again.
Yeah, of course.
We already have the wine cellar, correct?
We have a wine something, not so much a wine cellar.
Yeah, a wine
But
closet.
So we can probably justify postponing wine cellar for now, just because we
That's
have a wine
fair.
something.
That's fair.
Do we have a tavern yet? I remember that was something that we wanted to do, but didn't do quite just yet for moral reasons.
think we do.
You do not.
Morale reasons. I'm looking for it. Where is tavern?
It's 1250 base. Gold.
Okay, I completely trust you. It's just this is for my own sake of mind. Where is it on the list?
It is above mansion
Ah,
expansions.
never mind.
Yeah,
I'm good.
between sewers and docks.
All right. I could probably bankrupt myself to get it. So, if someone else would like to help out with that, we
can
could probably
help
get the
out with that.
tavern up and started.
I got about
can
300.
put
I got
down-
300 platinum. 30 platinum, so that's about 300 gold.
I was about to say 300 platinum. Ooh, we
Holy
didn't-
shit.
Too much.
How much is
Right.
it again?
1250 to start.
1,250.
I can put down about a good 200 or 300.
All right. Since it says negotiate for additional features, what would you say would be additional features, and what would be the negotiating
Nobody
price for those?
sit down, says Bert. You're looking at a tavern, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that involves a lot of customization on your part, to make it your own and shit. Okay, so, first of all, what do you want it to be made out of? Like, default is wood. We could also try something like stone, metal, some other shit.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd say stone would be a good one. Just
Okay.
because.
Stoner wood is the most aesthetically pleasing to me.
Okay. He takes note of that. I'm gonna give you a final total at the end of all this, so bear with me. It's math, which I know everyone loves.
Okay.
Oh, I love math. Okay, so keep going. What's the additional features?
So, did you want like different flooring than having it be stone? Like you could put down, I don't know, carpet, pelt of some kind of creature. Keeping in mind that if you want, hey, let's get a dragon pelt. That's probably not gonna happen. I ain't hunting for dragons.
I mean, I'm satisfied with wood if you guys are.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, for some reason, okay. What's the most local animal that we could possibly get a consistent skin from?
Bears?
Oh, wow, that is.
Oh.
Have a good time trying to do that, would you?
Yeah, that's
I'm
gonna
just
be
gonna
fun.
go ahead and say, logistically, for a carpet in a tavern, those two things are very not simpatico. You know what I mean?
Let's just stick with wood. Easier to clean.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the occasional carpet later on, but yeah, wood.
Alright. So, that in mind, how many floors do you want to have? Default's just ground level. We can put in 1 basement and up to 3 upper levels.
I mean, probably a basement at least.
Yeah, I'd say a basement would be a good idea, just to put our ales in.
Okay.
I think for now, basement and ground floor would be enough. If we grow enough to necessitate a second floor, we can maybe just... No.
Cool. Alright. Looking through what else he has. You can sort out what you want in each room later, since, I think he specified putting casks down in the basement, so that makes that real easy. You want to staff there for maintenance or just for service?
Both.
Okay.
Otherwise it will fall to shit very quickly.
He takes note of this. There's a lot of steps, I know.
It's all good. I'm just terrified of what the final's gonna be.
Yep. I'm a very strange, towering, and spooky individual, I know. Boo, beware my power.
Fuck, I'm scared, man. Don't do
I'm
that.
so spooked, my dude. Fuck.
Alright. Doors and windows. Any specifics you want for them? These aren't much extra charge unless you want them to be, like, super fancy stained glass shit. I can give some examples if you like.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, cool. We got, like, beaded doors, flaps, fur, glass paneled, sliding doors, just, regular wooden doors. For windows, we could, like, have them be barred, more flaps of fur, have a little lattice, shutters, slats, that sort of thing.
Unless anyone disagrees, I think a big wooden door and some wooden shutters would do fine.
Cool.
Indoor wooden shutters sounds good to me.
Alright. Anything you want in the outside extra? That would be stuff like an animal trough for them to drink from, some gardens, a little outdoor dining or smoking area, some stables, weather vane, maybe a well to make sure, we aren't drinking from the sewers.
I think your thoughts? Go, Thav. You're better at this thing than me, I think.
I would say trough, dining / smoking area would probably be fine.
Okay. Okay. for meals, are you planning on serving like just drinks and snacks and shit, or are you planning on also serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert? All of those count separately, by the way.
I would think for now we would be doing mostly drinks and nibbles.
Yeah, I'd say the drinks and dinners, I'd say probably exclusive on.
Okay, so that's two different things. Drinks and snacks versus drinks and dinner. Can I get some agreement, please?
Sorry, Trev. Want to do all three? Drinks, snacks, and dinner.
Okay, you know what? I think if you think that the dinner's a good idea, then let's go with that option.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just say it with confidence, and you kind of just assume that I do.
I mean, how much? Okay, I assume because I've seen you in taverns. You seem to know what's going on usually.
Are you trying to tell us you've never been in a tavern, Trevlon?
Say
You
I
fucking
don't know
liar.
how a tavern. I'm trying to say I don't know how a tavern works.
Sure. You know what? Fuck it. All three, I might as well spend all of my goddamn money.
Cool. Alright, sleeping arrangements. Do you want actual rooms, or are we doing a floor space situation?
I think actual rooms would be good. It means that we could get some more cash from people who, want to stick around for a day.
Okay, so, like, room situation. Stuff like that would be common room, shared rooms, private rooms. There are also the suites, but I think those are going to be out of your price range.
Probably, yeah.
It's a common room.
Yeah, a big common room and maybe some individual ones that'll be, higher priced.
Sounds good.
Alright. Alright. Last question. What do you want to name it?
Say that again, you cut out of my head.
What do you want to name it?
Ooh. Ooh, okay,
I have...
You have an idea?
You have an idea, share it with us, please.
What is it?
Come on.
I'll put, hold on. I'll put it in Discord.
Swear to God, if this isn't the gayest shit, I'm gonna be so angry. Oh. Ooh.
I love that so much.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot.
And it comes with its own mascot.
It does come with its own mascot.
Does.
Hold on, just thinking about the adjective. Oh, no, or whatever it is. Verb, adjective. I'm not good at English.
Adjective.
Yeah. Because we don't want to be too... And I don't mean any offense by this, but pretentious with it. But I like the blank and then the word you at the end. What about the...
The noble.
Noble stout. Sounds good, yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yep. Yep.
The noble stout. You got it.
That's really nice. That rolls off the tongue.
It really does.
Alright. Bert pulls out an abacus.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna be a big one.
Clenches teeth.
Get fully clenched. He starts pushing beads back and forth. In a pattern, who knows how they work? It's a fucking abacus!
If you have 10 minutes, I can explain it to you, but not here.
Not
now.
here.
I'm part of the guild, I understand things.
Okay, your character does, but do you?
Alright.
Yes, I've used an abacus before, thanks.
Nice.
He puts the abacus away. Alright, final cost would be 2,520 gold.
Woohoo, fun.
Oh.
Alright. In that case, Thav will offer forward the 30 platinum and 700 gold. So that's
1,000.
Okay, so how much we got left after that?
I'll add in my 30 platinum for 300 additional gold, even though I'm not happy about it, as I'm doing.
I've never really put down a lot for anything, so I'll put down 500.
Ow.
Okay,
how much we need left?
So that's 1,800. He pulls out the abacus again. You short 720.
Right. Okay. I think I can help this out. Trev puts his 300.
Wait, sorry, hold on. Sorry, just a teeny second. How much was the total, total
2520.
cost of this?
2520.
2520. 2520. Okay, so minus 500 from Malifane, minus 1,000 from me. That means there's 1,050.
Minus 300 for me.
Minus 300 from you, so that's 750. Am I right?
Right.
Unless I've missed something. Unless I misheard you, because I thought you said that there's 1,800 left to pay.
No, that's how much you
Or
have
did I miss
paid.
it? Ah, okay, I misheard. That makes sense. I feel stupid now. Okay, cool. So yeah, 700.
Right. 30 platinum, and I'm also going to put forward 1,000 silver, so that should crank it up to 400.
Okay. You are now short 320.
30.
And I'll
Yeah.
and I'll pay 30 gold, right?
No.
Platinum. Sorry, go on. I'm not good at math.
Just Momo waddles up with their little piggy bank saying, "It's not much."
All I have. So we're 20 gold off now?
Just 20 gold off.
Yeah, you're going to do the 20 gold as well.
Yeah, I'll do 20 gold as well.
I know with the thing, it sounds like I'm pressuring them. We discussed it beforehand. I'm just reminding them.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at everything.
Alright. He notes all the gold. Thanks, I'll send this to all the right people. Just letting you know, since Tavin's accustomed, this is gonna take a while. Probably 2 10 days rather than just the one.
That's
Cool.
perfectly fine.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Just make sure they get Muska's likeness for the sign.
Of course. Alright, with that taken care of, we head up to the library, where Corellian, and if memes are to be believed, literally everyone.
Oh, no.
But I think it's just Corellian, Momo, and Trevlon, because I'm not sure where Trevlon went.
I would assume Trevlon too, yes.
Okay. You head into the library.
Right. Is the librarian here? I mean, that's the first question.
Quintessa is catching up on sleep.
Alright. In that case, I'll sort of turn to the others. I'm not very good at research, but I'm looking for something about the Obsidian Enclave, if anything.
What would they be part of, if I may ask? What are they, do you think?
As far as I'm aware, they're either a location or a group. Maybe a mercenary group? That's really just a guess.
Well, I suppose it's worth trying to look for the through this wonderful collection of possible options we have here. So I'll help you look.
Thanks.
All right. The books are not specifically about places. They're about races, and they're the entire collected works of Gisper Zimmer. So there's nothing specific about the Obsidian Enclave in here. There might be miscellaneous books, however. Make a history check.
Alright. Could I do that with advantage because Trev's helping me?
Sure. Okay. You can confirm the Obsidian Enclave is a place. It's subterranean, and it's said that it used to be home to some dark experiments. As far as you know, though, who lives in the Obsidian Enclave varies wildly based on the report. And there have been a lot of reports dating back, at least 2 millennia about what exactly is in the Obsidian Enclave. You do, however, get a location as I take you to the world map.
Hey!
Hey! The Obsidian Enclave is at the southwestern part of Inner Irion, at a very friendly-looking island.
Oh, wow. That's not ominous at all.
Yeah. It's the one that looks like a skull.
I never would have guessed. Well done.
Right. Well, that's at least something.
Better than nothing, I guess.
Well, yeah, but the fact that people have had their limbs replaced with some sort of metal while going there or coming back from there or something like that, it's
Right. Somebody who's
Well, I told you about the refugees, right?
right, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them they were having trouble walking, and normal healing methods weren't working. So Kailanian figured out that there was some sort of metal. Their bones were replaced with metal. I'm kind of fuzzy on the details. It's not really my strong suit.
See. So that's why I wanted to figure it out.
Well, yes, exactly. One of them mentioned the Obsidian Enclave, and let's just say after manually pulling a joint back into place after healing, I didn't really want to press the issue.
That sounds grim.
Well, yeah, I mean, what isn't grim nowadays?
Point taken.
I think that's all I really needed to ask, and of course I wouldn't want to disturb Corellian sort of like knits their claws together a bit. So you did say fiance yesterday, right? I'm not going mad. Sorry, if you said something you cut out, but like
I think I may have misunderstood the question.
no, you mentioned the sort of leans in a bit. The librarian here is Malaphane's
Yeah.
fiancé?
Yeah.
And that just was that intentional? Was that
No,
coincidence?
it was. I think it was completely coincidental.
So Carlin sort of like they sort of knit their brows together. I'm not sure I understand. He has a fiancée, he goes off adventuring, and then by sheer coincidence, she manages to get hired as our resident librarian
That's what it seems like.
after being left behind.
Do you think that there's something suspicious afoot?
No. Just. Did she know about it? Did she know about Esgol? Changing the subject, obviously.
Oh yeah. We told. Well, she didn't find out perhaps the most nice way, but she found out.
Well, no. I meant like, did she know about Esgol before the whole thing with Esgol no longer existing? Well, within
Yes.
Oh. And he's still. Whatever. Well, that's all I needed to find out. Once again, obviously changing the subject. If you needed anything else, I guess I'll go back to overseeing things.
We'll keep in mind. If you need any more advice on anything else, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything, and I'll try and give as good answers as I can.
Much appreciated, Treblon. You are a bit of an open book. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. Yes, overseeing things. Right. I'll see you later. Yeah.
All right. You head out of the library, and around this time, you hear the sound of horns in the distance, and after a couple minutes, a bunch of horses trot in through through the roads. A man in full plate armor steps down with flowing blonde hair, looks around. You have roads leading up to the place now. Excellent. This should make coming to and fro to check on you much easier. But enough about that. I'm here to call in my favor.
Oh, shit.
And that's where we're gonna call the episode.
Yay! There he is.
There he is!
Boy.
There he Yes.
fuck.
Yeah, uprising.
Yay! All right. This has been a cursed session, but I enjoyed it.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
All right.
We've been cursed with bad rolls, and it's been great.
With bad
Oh,
rolls and
boy.
some audio problems on my end.
Good stuff.
Great stuff.
It's just been a cursed kind of week.
We will see you all next week as we figure out what Lord Stormkirk wants. Bye-bye!
Bye.